Who the fuck is Lil Xan? Sunny V2 makes these really great videos on a bunch of different topics that I always find interesting. Lil Xan was a rapper, I guess. I don't know if he does it anymore, but Lil Xan's biggest claim to fame was he was a guy who almost died from overdosing on flaming hot Cheetos. I remember he got sent to the emergency room because of eating too many flaming hot Cheetos, and that changed the way I approach snacks forever. So we have quite a few here that I've stockpiled because I think all of these are pretty interesting. I don't know Jayus though, but I was talking to Sunny like a month or so ago, and he has been blowing up. And this Jayus one went wild. So I'm assuming Jayus must be a pretty big creator that did some fucked up shit. So I figured this would be fun to learn about, a little internet drama.
Despite having incredibly uncontroversial content.
If you're at a house party and you got a drink in your hand, don't hold it up here by your chest. Try to hold it more down towards your hip. This will make you seem more open and confident, and people will be more willing to come up and talk to you.
She's found
not true. You could just be a giant fucking loser and you could put that beer bottle up your butthole. It's not gonna help. So bad advice. Stop giving people false hope. You might just suck. And you have to accept that.
You're gonna throw a fit because I didn't make you my priority?
After a petition to ban Only Jayus from TikTok garnered over 400,000 signatures, it'd be safe to say that she's a contender for the platform's most hated creator.
Did the petition work? Petitions have always, like, historically been incredibly effective. She's gone up 4,200,000, or nope, exactly 4 million followers. Bro, these petitions are so effective. Not bad.
Did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on who you are as a person and the things that could possibly happen to you?
Yo, did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on you and the things that can happen to you in your life?
People born in March are way more likely to have asthma, and I can actually speak to this one because my little sister, the only one born in March, has asthma.
What the fuck are you talking about? What? Is that real? Like, these are things she actually believes in? Or is this like some kind of TikTok meme I don't understand? Who the fuck actually believes that? Why do people just, like, want to disregard basic reasoning? Jesus Christ. Astrology's one thing, like, it's harmless. Like, you can believe in astrology. It doesn't really matter or whatever. Like, zodiacs dictate who you fall in love with, or whatever, your lottery numbers. It doesn't matter. It's harmless. But do people parade it around as, like, actual real things? Like, your birth month changes you? Or has an effect on your life? There's no way people actually, like, believe in that shit.
Jonathan responded by stating that he'd simply found the information on Google, and as a result, Only Jayus was berated and mocked by her audience, with them stating that she was in the wrong. I have a hard time dealing with the negativity. I still don't know what to do. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Maybe you do, but honestly, I don't see it.
What are they talking about? It's not even like real anything. It's fucking nonsense. What is? You got this information from a Google source. Oh my god. Holy shit, yeah, it's like a full-blown Reddit post. Nice. Man, TikTok is just like its own little ecosystem of degeneracy.
With this in mind, it's barely surprising to find out that approximately 6 months later, an old message would be dug up in which Only Jayus had said the N-word, taking center stage as her brand new colossal-sized controversy.
I love you no matter your sex.
What the fuck was that? What is... Oh, yuck. Uh-oh. Ooh. The abortion didn't work. Oh boy, she's really going full-blown Xbox Live here. Even dropping the racism. Oh my, this is outrageous. On TikTok? Oh, come on now. This was a heated gamer message. Shit got crazy. She went fucking insano style. I wonder what the controversy was. Like, what sparked this message? Explain how I'm sucking up to Luna. Maybe like fanfic or something, maybe? I don't know.
You're a role model to 10 million people, bro. I hope things get better, and I hope you educate.
How did she respond, I wonder?
There were a couple of comments in support of Only Jayus, however, as a whole, and understandably, the response was mostly negative. The best way that Jayus could have responded to this expose would have either been no response at all, or a short, cool, calm,
oh my god, she's in a Rolls Royce.
Post.
Is this where she did her apology video? This is a Rolls Royce, right? They're the only ones that do this Starlight thing, right? So she was born rich? That's nuts. It's not a Royce? I thought they had a patent on this. We watched the whole video on the dog shit Rolls-Royce does. I thought they had the literal patent on being able to do this in the interior of a car. I don't think it's a filter. What the fuck? Now I sound like an idiot. It's not a filter. It's a custom Mercedes. It's a custom Mercedes top. Oh. Okay, I see. Alright, maybe I'm misremembering the video, but I remember Rolls-Royce made a huge deal about their ability to put stars in the roof of the interior and them being the only ones allowed to do it. They had if I remember correctly, they have a full-time star guy. His whole job is putting stars that light up in the roof of Rolls-Royces. I'm pretty sure they must have some kind of patent or like a stranglehold on the technology. They have one designated Grandmaster Star Lord for their vehicles.
Which would have actually
You're
been
right, but she
respectable,
did
as
this
it's 100 times
DIY.
harder than simply guessing.
And there is no excuse, and there are no justifications for what I said, and you guys deserve better. And when I first saw the screenshots, I didn't even think that they were real, because I forgot how hateful and how angry of a person I used to be.
All that suspense just for it to be trash. The worst insult you could tell somebody was liking black people. Wow.
With the scandal being shared across every
Wait,
platform imaginable.
was that
Only
in her
Jayus would also
apology
lose
video?
all-
Alright, let me just look at the apology video. Hold on, let's get caught up to speed here. Alright, I don't like...
Because I forgot how hateful and how angry of a person I used to be. And
Why aren't you crying? And where's your dog?
No, I know that my words hurt people, and I know that my words have consequences.
Well, not really. The
It's
consequences
no
were 4 million new
fix
followers,
for my
actually.
actions, but I am so deeply
Seemed to walk
sorry
away pretty strong.
for all the pain that I've caused. The first book that I decided to pick up was How to Be Anti-Racist by Dr. Ibram Kendi.
What?
And this will push readers that think that they're not racist into being something better.
To her credit, she did acknowledge that it was a grift in the title, stating,
What?
I know it might come off as performative, talking about this at the end of Black
Alright,
History.
I'm gonna hit you with the cold water. If you need to buy a book on how not to be racist, you've already failed. I think you're already too far gone. What the fuck? Hey guys, I just picked up this book on why murder isn't awesome, and it was a real eye-opener for me. Like, it made some points that I never even really stopped to consider. And I think if any of you are considering murder, you might want to check out this book. Like, it really might steer you in the other direction.
Message.
So I am sorry for basically ghosting you. I didn't mean to do that. I just have a very chaotic schedule and ADHD on top of that, so I genuinely just forgot. And it wasn't me trying to ignore you.
Oh.
You could have just hit me up again, but instead you decided to go public and try to add public pressure onto me, and that's not cool, so I don't want to collaborate.
Which will once again receive a response from Aunt Karen, explaining that she had emailed Only Jayus multiple times with no reply.
You're gonna put it on me? In your voicemail, you said I should have emailed you again.
Viral
April 4th,
Nation?
I emailed you. How many times?
That sounds like
do
a
you
scam.
expect me?
And in classic Only Jayus fashion, she'd post another emotionally charged response to the drama.
Oh.
Today's episode of What Are People Mad at Me For Now? Not checking my emails in a timely manner. I wish I was joking. Forgot to respond to an email from this creator that wanted to collab with me, and instead of just like hitting me up again, they made 7 videos about it. Can you please leave me the f alone? I have a diet.
This is like a Chris Farley sketch.
That makes me forget things.
I couldn't
and
check my
procrastinate
email
due to
because I was living in a van down by the river.
for days.
For example, she will post this video.
You can get your letters delivered for free without any postage if you just put where you want it to go on the return address instead of where it's actually supposed to be.
Which would get the post office activists involved with comments such as, yes, please encourage people to do activities that cause the already failing post office to lose more money. Or when she posts this
What a
video
strap.
saying nothing more than
Life
what
pro
she
tip.
did.
So-
However, it eventually got to the point where Only Jayus couldn't even make jokes anymore without being cancelled. Seriously. On the 23rd of May 2021, Only Jayus would post the following video.
If a service dog ever approaches you but they're alone, that means that their owner's in trouble and they probably can't move, so you should follow him, because you'll get a free wallet.
It was clearly a light-hearted joke. Can't believe this is still up. It's obvious that it's a joke, but some people may still do it. It could start a trend. What you post on the internet reaches so many people, and some of those people
What
may
are you talking about? How often is a service dog going to be approaching people and lead them to someone who is injured? That surely can't be such a frequent occurrence that it could start a trend on TikTok. What in the fuck is going on over there? Like, it's not a good joke or anything. Like, it's just a pretty generic one. It's like something that your grandpa would send you in like an old email chain. But like, why are they pretending like it's somehow like a terrible thing? It's like, oh my god, someone might actually do this. I see a service dog like once every 6 months, maybe.
She's been tested over and over and over, yet has been unable to switch off and let things go whenever she's been put under pressure. As an end result, there's not only a
Seems
loss
like
of
she's
respect,
only done
but also
2
a never-ending
apology
freight train of
videos.
negativity and
I
hatred.
thought it was gonna be a lot more. That was interesting. I never heard of any of that. Well, let's see how so she's gone up 4 million subscribers since this video. So she's doing pretty well on that front, or followers. So she's doing well there. What do the comments say? Do they still bring it up? Here, she posted 6 hours ago. No, just everyone being supportive. Yeah. Seems like everything's on the up and up. I was gonna watch this one as well. This is about Sam Pepper. I'm sure a lot of you remember Sam Pepper if you've been on the internet for any length of time. Sam Pepper was an old prank channel who got notoriety when he did the kidnapping my best friend and executing his friend in front of him prank. I'm pretty sure it was faked. I'm not really sure, but either way, it was really disturbing and weird. And then he turned into just a full-blown scammer. So he's taken big part in a lot of the NFT scams over the last 4 or 5 months, however long it's been. He's been like an integral part to scamming people in all of these big crypto scams.
Surprise, as those who know the past of Sam Pepper, from his active persona on Big Brother to his fake pranks on YouTube, know that
Hey,
his
that's the one I
entire
was
career
talking
has been
about.
built on lies in a similar fashion to Dan Bilzerian, who he unsurprisingly happens to be an acquaintance of, judging from an Instagram photo taken out the front of Bilzerian's LA mansion.
I think unironically, being Sam Pepper has to be truly miserable. The man's entire life, from everything I've seen, has been just living a full-blown lie. And I don't think he even has that much money to his name. I remember not that long ago, I think he was homeless. So he just lives a full-blown fake fabricated life and doesn't even make a living off of it because he has so many problems and just wastes all the money he scams. What a crazy cycle. What a absolutely, truly awful existence.
Sam Pepper had a prolific reputation on YouTube as one of the fakest pranksters on the platform dating back to the early 2010s.
So I worked out, oh, okay, I can do these pranks that these other channels are doing. And
He was one of the
just fake
first
them,
internet
like,
punching
fake
bags.
videos.
However, prior
Or
to
for
even
YouTube
this,
punching
Sam Pepper
bags.
had already begun. The point at which Sam Pepper's audience discovered that his pranks were fake is pretty damn obvious. On his social blade, he went from gaining 100,000 subscribers every single month consistently between January 2013 and September 2014. However, 1 month later in October 2014, the growth not only stopped, but he began to lose around 10,000 subscribers every single month. The catalyst for this massive dive in viewership was a video titled Fake Hand Ass Pinch Prank. And after receiving a barrage of criticism from other
Cool
YouTubers,
prank idea.
His most recent fake hand ass pinch garnered the most negative attention because he was grabbing women's bottoms without their permission.
as well as a trending hashtag on Twitter stating report Sam Pepper, he had no other choice but to admit that the video had been faked.
You know, another video, and that brings me on to making the best friend killing prank.
Yeah, that's the
best
one.
friend killing prank. Arguably one of, if not the most over-the-top insane YouTube pranks of all time. Certainly crazy enough to put Sam Pepper's name back on the map. Involved in the video was the fake kidnapping of 2 friends, after which one of the
Fuck,
friends
I remember
was
this
killed
well.
right in front of
I
the
remember this
other,
very
with the premise
well.
of the video being how will someone react if they watch their friend get killed.
Let's see how he reacts to his best friend of 5 years being killed in front of him.
Obviously, the whole thing was
What a good
fake.
prank.
All 3 people were
Wanted
What would happen
to
if I
do a viral
executed
stunt.
your
I'm like,
family?
okay, cool, we'll help you out with
Would
this
he
viral
find
stunt.
it enjoyable when I
actually
reveal
all
they're not
3
dead?
Came up with the
Sam had some success as an IRL streamer in the CX network, however he was ultimately dropped after an argument with Ice Poseidon, which had partially been fueled by Sam Pepper's lack of integrity.
He's like, oh, it's okay to lie as long as it doesn't affect anything. And that's not okay. Like, why are you telling my girlfriend it's okay to lie to me as long as it doesn't affect anything? Like, dude, this is not your relationship.
After this, Sam Pepper disappeared from the mainstream. His
Until
reputation was
crypto
completely
scams,
destroyed.
baby.
He had nothing left to offer.
3, 2, 1. Chris! Chris! You said Chris!
Oh
This video, which
no!
was clearly set up and probably used a stack of fake $100 bills, racked up over 28 million views. Now, the most interesting part about Sam Pepper's TikTok blow-up is that it follows the exact same trend as his YouTube journey. He blows up with a genuine, heartfelt video about saving some duck eggs from a restaurant, then progressively makes his content more and more staged, and by the end, he's claiming that he's won the lottery with
Thanks, Resub.
absolutely zero evidence.
If I play you rock, paper, scissors and I win, can I like rip this down the street? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh my god, get fucked, idiot.
I'm gonna get in the passenger, I'm scared.
Get fucked, dummy.
Instagram and an old forum post titled as follows.
That's just
Scam
TikTok?
Pepper
Yeah,
living a
man.
life of luxury
TikTok
after
is
scamming
just-
his followers for millions and fleeing
That's
the
a
US.
wild
He's claiming to have
wasteland.
won the lottery while... Although, in order to be buying an $8.9 million island in Thailand, you're probably going to need around 50 to 100 million in order for it to be a comfortable purchase. And while Sam Pepper has had a fairly successful social media career, I doubt he has access to that kind of money.
I
Obviously,
can
the
assure
easiest
you
way to
he
put all of
doesn't.
this to rest would be for Sam Pepper
He's
to
a
simply
serial
provide some
scammer
kind of evidence
who
for
is
either winning
also
the lottery or the
historically
purchase of the
awful
island.
with money.
However, with a track record like Sam's filled with
No
fake
chance.
video after fake video, it seems pretty obvious that like the rest of his entire career, this is nothing more than yet another
So is this what he
hoax.
does now, like full time? He just full time pretends to be a lottery winner on TikTok? I mean, I guess it's better than the alternative of scamming everyone. Now he's just lying again. What an interesting loser. Yeah, that man's like an OG punching bag for the internet. Hey, thanks for the 10 gift subs, Cobalt. Appreciate it, man. Killing best friend prank is a timeless classic. It really is. Literally Dan Bilzerian. There's a huge difference between Sam Pepper and Dan Bilzerian. Dan Bilzerian was a massively rich kid from birth because of his dad. Sam Pepper pretends to be a massively rich guy from scamming. They're both, like, genuine full-blown liars living a fake life. But at the very least, Dan does have a lot of money to back it up because of his family. Sam has nothing besides lying on TikTok and scamming 16-year-olds on Twitter out of crypto. Yeah, this will be the last one we watch here, and then we'll switch to something else. Sunny V2 just makes actual bangers, man. I love the way he puts out these things on topics I would have never even thought about. Like, Sam Pepper's someone I think about once in a while and remember just, like, how pathetic they are. But, you know, Lil Xan is a name I haven't thought of in so long.
It was just
So
three
what
and a half
happened?
years prior that on the very same podcast, Lil Xan was sitting back and bragging about owning 3 different Los Angeles apartments.
I have the same one 10 floors up now.
Really?
Yep.
What? Don't you have another one down the street
Yep.
too?
And another one on the same floor.
Why do you have 3 apartments?
One for my parents, one for
Aw.
me and Eli, my hacker, and then one for the hose.
The hose?
Despite once being in what seemed like an unlivable
My dedicated
situation,
thought
it was obvious
apartment.
that over the long run, Lil
That's
Xan's
where I
failure
sit
was
in the
not only
hose.
inevitable but work ethic.
They could never get Xan to do the shit that he
Yeah.
actually had to do for his career. Like, I remember
I don't think I ever
talking
heard
to
one of
Stat
his
about it, and he was
songs,
constantly
ever.
frustrated.
There are going to be numerous examples throughout this video of Lil Xan.
I only
often
know
being
about him from
unable
the
to
Flamin'
do
Hot
work whenever
Cheetos
it was
incident.
required. We already discussed him dropping out. Lil Xan kept missing the meetings, either as a result of being disorganized or because he thought the meetings were too good to be true.
It's
You,
LA.
you can't believe everybody.
It's LA.
It was a time when SoundCloud
What?
rappers were popping up left, right, and center to the
What?
point
What
that
does
it
that
was
even
becoming a meme.
mean? This meeting's probably not real, so I'm just not gonna even think about it. I'm just gonna go eat more Flamin' Hot Cheetos till I fucking die. What a just say that you're too fucking dumb to go. Like, no one's gonna look at Lil Xan and listen to him for more than a sentence and be like, yep, that guy is an intellectual. Like, just own it. Like, you're fucking stupid. Like, you are visibly stupid. Every word you say is like a caveman trying to speak while having peanut butter in his mouth. Like, just say like, yeah, I'm kind of fucking dumb, so I kept missing the meetings. There'd be a lot more respect to be had there.
Like, I remember when Lil Xan's album came out, right? And I remember having a conversation with Stat and being like, what do you think of the album? Because it was pretty obvious that the album was bad. Xan put in like no work for the album. And I remember having that conversation with him. And if it was up to Stat, Xan would have been sitting in the studio recording every night, and instead he was just doing drugs and having random ass girls come over every night.
The other issue might have been that after the insane success of his single Betrayed, Lil Xan might have been lured into a false sense of security about his future and talent
Poison
as
Bear?
an artist.
You have to keep working. What they don't tell you is that you coast totally fine. There's another hill. So you gotta keep going.
From Lil Xan's perspective,
God,
he would
I
state
love
that the poor
T-Pain.
performance of the
I fucking
album
love
wasn't his
T-Pain.
fault, and was instead the fault of his management.
I dropped like a mixtape.
T-Pain
that
is
got
the
way
actual
more,
goat.
Like, positive. Then
Why?
I'm like, I'm mad.
Laugh about ruining a $1,200 hoodie after leaving it on the floor.
So everything's on the floor. Expensive hoodies, $1,200 on the drain.
And then go on to purchase 2 copies of the game Destiny with the goal of showing the store some love.
And honestly, what? Copies of Destiny. Like, dude, let's play something else, you know?
Now you could probably make the argument that
What
this was
the
just Lil
fuck?
Xan
It's like
spending big whilst the camera
it's
was in
like
his face.
Target.
However, there was plenty of
Hey, Target. This one's for you. 2 Destiny copies right now in this bitch. And I'm not a hero, okay? I'm just doing me. Alright, I am a hero. Fuck it, fine. Alright, you need an autograph? Okay.
I'll take all my homies. I'll spend $700 to take 7 of my friends in there.
Just to get Butterbeer?
Just to get Butterbeer, and we did. And I don't film it or nothing.
In addition to
Why?
this, Lil Xan would take
That's
out a
just
loan to
stupid.
purchase a
That's just
Mercedes-Benz
really stupid.
G-Wagon, the price of
That's
which
not even
starting
cool.
at
It's just
around
embarrassing. It's not a
$130,000
flex.
US
It's sad.
I'm about to get a G-Wagon.
Nice.
My favorite car, dream car.
Now, if we ignore the fact that Lil Xan would go on to key his own car whilst angry at a later date,
I just did this to my car.
Why? What the fuck?
Scratched it, keyed it up. I just bought it. Keyed all the way.
the levels of stupidity for this purchase go pretty deep.
What
Taking
the
out a loan to buy a car,
fuck?
moron. On the 21st of December 2017, just before he'd buy the car, Lil Xan would make a tweet which read as follows. If you live in the Inland Empire/LA area and want to meet me tonight, pull up to 100 to 110 North 5th Street, Redlands, CA 92373, United States at 7:30. Now, it's hard to call Xan an idiot for this
I
one.
can't
It was still early in
imagine
his
more
career and the
than
tweet
like
was made only 4 hours
25
prior to
people
the
showed
meeting
up and
time.
the
He
average
probably
age had to
expected
be
just a couple of people
16.
to show up.
I gave like a 4-hour notice. I was heading to my hometown, so I tweeted a location, and then I just expected like 50 people to show up. That's just how I am. I got there, and this video's on YouTube. It's like 2,000 people.
Wow.
What?
But I got fined because a lot of damages to cars and streets.
To haunt him.
The industry just doesn't care. They just want you to pump out hit records, and when you're useless to them, just leave you in the dirt. You know.
In this video, Lil Xan would
That is
blame his
true. He is
sober
absolutely right
businessman
about
and
that.
manager Stat Quo for
Very
fueling
true.
his drug addict gang member.
Oh, you're a snitch now, bro. He didn't make you do that. All this stuff. Like, bro, how am I a snitch? Did I go to court and rat on my gang? I don't have a gang. You can't snitch if you're not a gang member, bro. Miss me with that. I'm trying to help other artists in particularly my similar situation.
In the Instagram live stream, Lil Xan would
Help
also
him with
reveal
what?
that his manager,
I paid literally, it's all my money in the car, and he won't give it to me.
without $30,000 to take full ownership of his G-Wagon, a declining follow account across each of his social media
some
platforms,
Nerdsworthy
and no new
and
music in
Panda.
over 7 months, it seems like this could possibly be the end for Lil Xan's career.
No, he's about to make a big comeback. I feel it. Man, I didn't know any. Why didn't he talk about the Flamin' Hot Cheeto moment? I don't even know Lil Xan from his music. Back in, it must have been like 2019, maybe it was 2018. There was a big story that broke about Lil Xan of how he went to the hospital in the actual ER because he ate too many Flamin' Hot Cheetos and it made his tummy hurt. That's the only reason I know him. He's pumping a crypto scam on his Insta story right now. That is the most like 2021, 2022 shit ever. Everything's going wrong. Hey, you guys see these NFTs? Like, what's up?